Hi, welcome to Autism Journey to Health. I wanted to give you a second piece of advice that it will be very beneficial for parents starting this journey. One of the first video that I did, I told you about the importance of reconnecting with your child. Once you get that going, which in our case we did through DIR, the Developmental Individual Relationship Model by Dr. Stanley Greenspan, then after that, we started trying to figure it out what caused our child to regress. Because I want to make sure that you understand that not every child is born with it. At least it wasn't our case. In our case, our girl was speaking 2 languages. She was interacting beautiful with her twin sister. She was doing great, and then all of a sudden at the age of 2 she started having a regression, and she started losing things that she was able to do before. She lost her ability to communicate completely and to interact in any capacity. So we thought she had gone deaf because she wouldn't respond to any of our, whenever we'll call her, make any noise, try to get her to look at us, there was nothing there. So we thought maybe she had gone deaf. So we tested her, and that wasn't the case. So we were wondering what happened. Our girl was talking 2 languages, and now she's not talking anything. She was playing with her sister, and now she doesn't care about anything. All she does is just rocks back and forth, and she's just moaning, and sometimes she's just screaming in frustration and pain. And running, doing all these things that were very worrisome, and we're trying to understand what was happening, how this came to be. So there was a switch that turned in the wrong direction, and we started doing research, and this is what I found out. There are many tests that you can do, but the 2 that I'm going to give you right now are tests that are affordable and that you can do from home and that are non-invasive. So one that we used was, here's the website, is holisticheal.com. So if you Google, you can do holistic hair test analysis. That's how I looked it up on Google, and then it comes to the website for holisticheal.com, hair elements. And what you have to do is they send you a kit to your house. Right now, whenever I checked the price, it was $95. And you cut 5 chunks of hair from different areas of the head with scissors. So it's non-invasive. And then you put it into, the little container that they're going to send to you. And you send it off. And then later on, they will give you the results on an email. Through that test, I found out which heavy metals were impacting my child. She had severe allergies, and she had high levels of aluminum. So I learned that there is a big correlation between high levels of aluminum and severe allergies. I mean, aluminum can impact in so many negative ways, but that is one of the ways that aluminum can hurt a person. So I knew aluminum was an issue. I knew mercury was another issue, and mercury also has the symptoms of mercury toxicity. If you look at those symptoms, are going to be the same as the ones that an autistic child will show. So we knew like detoxifying my daughter from those heavy metals was crucial, and we needed to figure out what is the approach that we're going to follow to do that. Now, in our case, we chose homeopathy, and I like the fact that, it was, again, non-invasive, that it was a gentle detox, and it worked for us. There are other ways of doing it, but the most important thing, I guess, is to know what you need to do. What is causing a problem in your child? What do you need to remove? So that test was very helpful. The other test that was very helpful, and it's also affordable, is 23andMe, or there are other companies who do that, where you get the DNA. It's basically a DNA testing, and that can be done, in our case, with using saliva. Now, one tip for kids is, how do you get the saliva from a child? Somebody advised me to use nose Frida. Nose Frida is a device that you use for babies to clean their boogers. And so I had one laying around in my house that I have never used, and it was very helpful to collecting the saliva from my child. So once I had enough saliva, then I sent that to be analyzed. And once you get the results from 23andMe and me or any other DNA company that you use, then there is a way that you can request the raw data. And once you get the raw data, you can transfer that raw data into Genetic Genie, or there are other websites that will do that, and they will interpret that data and tell you what mutations the person has. My daughter had the famous MTHFR mutation. That mutation apparently is 50% or 60% of the population has it, and they don't even know about that. And if you happen to be one of those people who have that mutation, that means that your body cannot detoxify properly, and that folic acid can be very bad for you because your body doesn't know how to handle it. And folic acid is in breads, in pastas, in so many things that are using enriched flour. So just knowing something like that can be crucial into helping your child. And so whenever we figured out that my daughter had an MTHFR mutation, then we were able to better address, also her diet. Now, knowing about these tests and having that information was very helpful to help my daughter, but eventually was very helpful for the entire family. I tested eventually my husband, myself. I mean, is just information that could be beneficial for anyone, not only people with autism. So it is, I start always with the things that are affordable, the things that are non-invasive, and then I start escalating to other things. There are other tests that are fantastic and they give you a lot more information, but they cost more. But if you have the means to do it, then definitely there's one that our holistic pediatrician did for us also, what is called Nutra-Eval, and that one will give you a breakdown of all the vitamins, any deficiencies that the child might have or the person might have in question of the vitamins and minerals, foods that could be the body could be allergic to. So Nutra-Eval is another test that we also did with our child. That one is done through blood, and there is another aspect of it that is urine. Now for the blood test, this is what I did. It worked for us. I made sure I came with somebody else with me, okay? And I brought a piece of cloth, and so with my daughter, I was talking to her and I was like, hey, honey, and showing her all these fun videos that I know she likes and she gets really immersed. While we were focusing on that, they put something on her arm to numb her arm so she wouldn't feel anything. So at first she was like, what's that? I was like, oh, no big deal. And, and so we waited a little bit until that, made her that area numb. And then I was distracting her, and then Daddy grabbed her arm and started kissing on her arm, and oh, Daddy's kissing your arm, just let it happen. And then I put that little blanket that I brought between her arm and her, so that she couldn't see her arm. And then I was on this side, showing her the videos that she wanted to see and distracting her and making it all fun. And while that was happening, all of a sudden they stuck the needle and got all the blood that they needed to get, and she didn't even know it was happening. So once that was done, of course they let go and her arm comes back, and that's how we did it. I know it's not gonna work for everyone, but those of you that you can think that would be a good way to get the blood work without tears, then that's just one alternative that you can try. I hope this was helpful, and just remember to stay positive, and there are a lot of alternatives out there now to help our children. So good luck with everything, okay?